Hey Capricorn. So, this is going to be your guys. I'm doing something a little bit different this time. So, since it's a mid month and since I'm on time, hooray, I am going to do a love reading for the mid month, going into a little bit of next month. Really, it's just all about the time you watch this. And sometimes it resonates like 2 months later. Sometimes, I mean, tarot cards always do widespread anyways, but this time it's for you. Now, I'm going to show you. I'm not going to have the camera facing me the whole time because I don't want to. So I'm going to show you guys the cards again. I hope you guys don't mind. So, okay, so really ironic. Let me wait to get my vision back a little bit because that light blinded my eyes. So a little bit ironic. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, and happy Mother's Day to all my Capricorns out there. So really ironic how I always do who I pull cards about who I'm going to read for because I can never make up my mind. But you guys are the first one that were pulled out. So it was for Capricorn. And I just think that's ironic because tomorrow's Mother's Day and my mom is a Capricorn. So let's just go ahead and start off. I already shuffled your cards. Don't worry, this is the only one face up. So let's just go ahead. Now this is for romance, love, and sex, right? All right, let's go. Here's your oracle card for a focus. Okay. Let me go ahead and lay these out. I'm going to show you guys them as I'm laying them out, so don't worry. Remember, this is love. I'm going to do it this way. I feel a little bit different here. I feel like this is more so coming up for a general. I like how you ended off with the sun. The sun card is how you end all this off. So there's going to be a little bit of all over the place. For my Capricorns, there always is too. You guys always get the gist. You're always like in the middle of everything. But remember, this is love. So let's go ahead and start. Now, your first card is denial, which is your oracle card. Well, don't like get freaked out about that. This is just talking pretty much about in your love and romantic situations, you're looking at things like it's too good to be true. The whole story behind this card is that this person, which would be you, is about to pick this fruit. But this fruit isn't really ready yet. So however that applies to is how it's going to be. The number is 14 for any of you guys who do numerology. So that comes to a 5, which is your romantic house and what you do on a day-to-day routine. All right. Now, it looks like what's going on is that there's a little bit of distance between you and a person. You guys are still connected. You guys are still holding hands. But whatever this is negativity or the separation. Like you can't really connect with them the way that you want to. It's like you're looking at things differently than how they're looking at things. And maybe that is why you have this kind of denial going on, right? That's why you're in denial, okay? You're thinking things are too good to be true. You're putting weird thoughts in your head. And I think that's just the only reason why that's happening and why is because other things are going on in your life that are weird, like this guy right here. So there's other, hard things going on in your life, and I feel like that's reflecting on you in an emotional level. You get what I'm saying? So it's affecting your partnership or your potential partnership or just whoever you're connecting with. So there's something in your outside realm, your day-to-day life that doesn't have to do with love that is affecting you. But since it's affecting you emotionally, I feel like you can't go about your day correctly. And all those things are getting reflected on the person that you do care about or the person that you're connecting with. So I hope that made sense. I'm just going to kind of repeat that one more time, if you guys don't mind. So Capricorn, something is going on in your environment that's affecting you in an emotional way. But I feel like it has nothing to do with your romantic life. For some of you, yes, it could be. But I feel like the outside noise that's going on with you is hitting you on an emotional level. And you guys aren't the emotional type. That's why it's coming up as the Two of Pentacles. Okay? So you feel like there's distance. You feel like someone isn't on the same track as you. You feel like there's a distance, or there could be a potential separation. But I don't think that's the case at all. I feel like it's just because you don't know how to handle those emotions of whatever else is going on in your life that it's reflecting on your partnerships and your romantic life. So really what's going on is there's just this negativity, but I think it's coming from your thoughts. Like you're projecting or you're expecting bad things to happen between you and this person because you see other bad things that are happening, and that's getting stuck in your mind. This little worm right here is negative thoughts of your own mind. But you can clearly see you and this person are still hand in hand and looking at each other. So you guys do still think on the same page, and you guys are still connected. It's just for some reason it doesn't feel that way. And that's why you're in denial of your situation. Another thing too, like how I said before, how this lady is reaching her arm out and wanting to pick, I must have said wanting to pick these flowers, but wanting to pick these grapes, but they're not ripe yet. They're not ready to be eaten. So you could be jumping the gun. You could be feeling like things are too good to be true sometimes and putting all these weird thoughts in your head. But the good news, though, is that you have this card right here. And this card, it's someone who's happy. So Capricorn, it does look like you're still adventurous. You're still happy. You're dancing through your obstacles, like you're pretending like they're not there, which is not a bad thing to do. This is clear-minded. So when it comes to your love and relationships, you just want to start something new. You want to get off on a better track. You want to make things exciting. You kind of want to bounce through your problems. Like she's dancing through weeds with a stick in her hand, like she's cutting them down, and she's laughing about it. Like, yeah, I'm not going to let these weeds get in my way, or I'm not going to let these thoughts, these negative feelings, these negative emotions get in the way of my relationship, get in the way of any of my connections. I'm going to whack them down, and I'm going to dance, and I'm still going to have fun. So that's how you're looking at things, Capricorn, which is really nice. So I want to start at the bottom here for you. This is probably what's going to be the most relevant. This is what's going to be happening the soonest. Now, don't get spooked by this card. That's just that nasty thoughts, right? That's those nasty thoughts that keep popping in your head. So you're going to be doing a lot of retrospect. Thinking back upon old... Now, this isn't the Six of Cups. I'm not going to be that person who's like, oh, someone from your past is coming back. No, this is just you thinking about all the roads that you've taken in terms of love. This is thinking about everything that you and this person have been through, or just everything going on in your life. Now, remember, this still ties into your romance and relationships, but I feel like what's cool with this card is this talks all about just the way you're thinking. And I just feel like a lot of old situations, like that didn't go right for you in the past, are coming back in your head. So, you know, if you and someone you're connecting with didn't have like the best of, I almost said past. You guys were always like rocky, where other like things maybe didn't work out sometimes, or things in your other relationships didn't work out. That's like, for some reason, it's coming through, and usually this happens at nighttime, and it's just your thoughts that keep you awake, or it could happen during the day, but it's more so when you're alone and have time to think about things. It's just you're rethinking about the path you've taken. Okay, so you're rethinking about all the steps that you've ever taken in your life and where those things led you, and that's going to bring up some old, weird memories. Some of them are going to be funny. Some of them are going to be sad. But it's just going to revive a lot of old emotions. It's just because whatever is going on right now, universal, I guess. Whatever going on with everybody. The energy going on with everybody. For some reason with you, it looks like Like, we're all taking a walk down memory lane, I feel like. And you especially. And that's what's going to be either now going on or what's popping up. And it's bringing up these old things. And for some reason, it's connecting to your romantic life. And because you are taking a stroll down memory lane, you're like, oh my God, like, look at all the places I've been. Look at all the relationships I've dealt with and how they're all different. Or maybe this person is different, or I'm different, and this person's the same. You get my drift. And you're kind of cruising down these thoughts. And it's bringing up some old things. And I feel like that could get you frustrated with your current person, your current romantic interest, or the person you are with. Because it's like, not all of those memories were pleasant, but just know, because this whole line right here, all those memories weren't supposed to be pleasant. If someone else treated you like a piece of shit in the past, and that pops up in your head now, don't reflect that on anybody else, because you're just putting yourself in these own thorn bushes. It's like someone could be reaching out to help you out of this mindset or this situation, or someone could be doing good things for you or saying good things, and this person isn't this person, or this person could have been somebody else, but they changed for the better. You're thinking, like, because these old, like, you're reviving old hurts and old memories, like old wounds in a weird way. Some of them can be good because you still have the flowers, and some of them you could just be thinking about the good times. And now it seems different because you have this kind of feeling of separation or distance or misunderstanding of one another, you know, something like that. But I feel like you're putting yourself in this mindset of being off kilter. Like, things are different. And these are all thorn bushes, and like they hurt and poke, but you want to do it on your own. You're like, you know what? No. Like, you're not accepting help from anybody. You want to get through this on your own. Like, you want to get through all these painful thoughts and memories. And honestly, maybe you should. Maybe you shouldn't accept help from anybody, because when we walk on these harsh paths by ourselves, like when we put ourselves in like a state of thinking and thinking back about things and choosing to reopen old wounds, that always is for a reason, and it makes us tougher, or it makes you appreciate the person. Like, sometimes it takes distance between you and that person to make you think more about them, and you're like, and then you see them from a different perspective or point of view. So honestly, sometimes it could be a good thing. Let's go up to this next row. So this is going to be a little bit later on. Like I said, this part down here is going to be now until like a week. Week or two. Well, this one's like through the second, to the third, fourth week. So here's the moon following you. The moon's coming up for a lot of people, but I love it because you have the moon and then you have the sun. How beautiful. And then you have this watery element, which is very emotional. And then you have this fiery element, it gets you back up on your feet. It's expression. It's getting things done, being noticed, being happy, getting a lot of energy back to you. But this is like all in your emotions. So it went from in your head to in your emotions to getting back up on your feet. So your heart and center, since this is a love reading, this is probably the person you think about, who you're showing the most emotions for at this point. And he's a King of Cups. I think of King of Cups differently. This person, King of Cups, he's all about his feels. He's all about his emotions. This person can get too caught up in the way others are feeling or the way they're feeling. They can throw self-pity parties on themselves. It's not saying they're a bad person. It's just, they're too much in their emotions sometimes. They can be drowned by what they're feeling. I don't think this is you. I think this is somebody else. So somebody could be hitting you with a wave of emotions, bringing you into all of their drama because they're feeling low, or because it looks to me like they're feeling low. The Eight of Cups and the Moon card isn't like happy days for this person. This is being extremely jealous. This is being extremely emotional because something is happening to them, or something is happening in the world around them. So this person's popping up and they're hitting you with all of these feelings and emotions. Now, this can be someone that you're seeing, this can be someone that you're having a crush on, or this can be someone just in general that you, like I said earlier, where who's in your heart space the most at this time. So sometimes it's not all romantic, you know. But so anyways, this person can come across being extremely jealous. If it's a romantic situation, I feel like they're becoming very jealous. They could become very shallow or it's coming off as like aggressive with you. They can make really rash decisions and choose to break things off, or they're acting irrationally because they feel like you are going to break things off. Like they feel either you are sad right now and they can't do anything about it, and they're feeling unstable, so your sadness is really weighing down on them. It could be you just broke up with somebody and they keep calling you and I almost wanted to say harassing you, and I hope that's not the case. But they just keep wanting to know what you're doing, and it's driving them nuts because you won't show them or you won't tell them. Could be you're not telling somebody how you feel and it's driving them crazy. This can be that somebody broke up with you and now they're regretting it. If that's the case, if you just got broken up with, this person's definitely regretting it. This person misses being in your company when it was just the two of you alone and the light was only shining on you two. And now this person is also getting engulfed with these memories of the two of you guys sitting together and having the deepest connection, because the moon is a beautiful, deep connection. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous connection you can have with somebody. It's like two people not even having to speak. And you feel great about that. But this doesn't have to be that situation either. This is just if you are going through something like that. Now, another thing is that this person, whoever this is going through a lot of shit right now. They can be an alcoholic. A lot of times with the 8 of Cups and the Moon card, I've seen that with people who have some sort of addictive or manipulative nature, who they can either get manipulated or they can manipulate people around them. So maybe that's what's going on, and that's leaving you heartbroken because you feel like you're getting manipulated by somebody. Or they feel like they're getting manipulated and that's leaving them in a weird state. But I feel like, too, that this could just be somebody where a lot of bad coincidences, circumstances are going on in their life. Because it's like this guy right here, he's a tree. And he's grown roots. And now his roots are like rotting away and they're curling up. And he's sad. But with this sadness coming out of his heart space is a new tree. So he's trying to give whatever he can, his last efforts to survive this. So he's giving his last efforts to push through and grow this new thing. And that's a lot to do. So whoever that is, that's a lot. So now your last situation will definitely be next month. It gets really bright and sunny for you guys. So, yeah, this is just clarifying that you've had a lot to deal with during, this time. And you can, obviously there's a tortoise. And now tortoise, actually they're not as slow as you think, but this can slow him down. I mean, he's got everything on his back, right? You've had all this shit on your back. Well, look at it now. It's kind of like more prettier. It's not like weeds, how it was down here. It's not like weeds. It's not bare, naked plants that are poking you and stabbing you and they're dried out. This is like fresh, new life. There's a new life to your situation, and I feel like it's not going to be a burden for you anymore. Now, this is the King of Wands, and usually he doesn't represent good news, but I feel like he is having some good news. I think you're frustrated that things happened the way they did, however they happened, but I feel like it was for the better. I feel like you had to deal with all these things, okay? And I know you know that at this point, because it did turn out good, and now you feel better. Now you feel closer to people as well, especially with the sun. things are being brought to your attention, and here you are celebrating with somebody. So in terms of love and romance, it's like you're spreading your wings. So, okay, how these two people make a butterfly. If it was just one person, they wouldn't be able to fly. See what I'm saying? So it's like you guys are instantly warmed up to each other. This can be you went through all this shit with somebody and now somebody new pops up. Or this could have been your partner being really weird, or you felt like they were being really weird, right? There was a distance, and now here they are, and they are giving you sunlight. They are giving you expression. You know, he's all about expression. He sees you're grumpy, or she or he sees you're grumpy, and they come in to save the day, and they're like, you know what? Like, you don't think that they were watching all of this happen, but they were. So somebody's seen, or at least felt, that you were going through something, or that you were experiencing something. They seen it, they didn't like it, and now they want to just bring you out into the sunlight, make you happy, make you step back into yourself. Okay, so your last card is this oracle card right here. And and it's love. See, look at that. We go to denial, and then through this whole reading, we get spit out. And your lesson, this is the lesson card that I pulled at the very end. The whole thing that this represents, your whole reading, was love. It just wanted to make you feel love. It wanted to make you experience this. It wanted to hit your emotions, hit your heart in some kind of way, hit your soul in some kind of way to really make you feel love. Even if that had to mean that you went, you got sucked into something or someone's emotions or your own emotions. It made you think, it made you relive your life and thoughts. It made you revive things. It made you want to stand up and be alone and be frustrated and try to do things on your own. It made you feel lost. It made you feel sadness. But it also showed you that sometimes people will give, even if they're rotting away and even if things aren't going good, that they still gave someone their last efforts. This was before everything went away. Came from their heart. This was the last thing that they had to offer, whether that was you or somebody else. It had to take you from being engulfed in somebody's emotions to feeling this undeniable, like, weird connection. And you see how these two people are in the dark and their wings are down and they're staring into the moon and they have this connection, and these two people don't know what's going to be next. They don't know where things are going to take them. But then here it says that they do try and that they do succeed, all because someone's seen maybe what you were going through, or you've seen what somebody else was going through. And even though it was nasty and dried up and not, your thoughts were getting the better of you and everything was so bare and plain and dark and pointy, it hurt. Now it's like all that wasn't for nothing, and the reason why it wasn't nothing is because you experienced this kind of love sensation. So it really did make you experience that emotion. So that's a good way to end a love reading, is the card love. And the number is 10, which is still a 1. So again, you're opening up that space. You're opening up that space, and it's a new beginning in that. So it's going to feel brand new, and it's cool because you also have the Fool here. So you're going to cut down those weeds, aren't you? You're going to cut down those weeds, and you're going to dance through everything, and you're going to dance through life and all the situations, all the problems that may or may not be there. You're going to whack down those weeds, and here you are. And you think by the end of it, you're going to think it's funny. You're going to have a laugh on it at the end. So that was for you, Capricorn. I hope you enjoyed it.